Hold on. Let me take a sip.
Not going to make the mistake of starting the show without recording it again.
Yeah, we did that. We did that once.
That has occurred.
Was that last week? No, 2 weeks ago.
Maybe. Yeah. It blends at this point in
They're
time.
all blending together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Happy Monday.
Yeah, we're here in person. Happy to have you back.
How? Yeah.
Did you replace your wire?
I haven't done anything because I worked all weekend. That was a today project.
Excellent.
I figured I would get some recommendations from you before I move forward.
I've had to replace several wires in all of my gear bags and trying to figure out what doesn't kink or what doesn't bend.
It was so ridiculous that it worked fine until I untangled it, which is just honestly though, like the metaphor that is for my life.
What, you entangled that mess and now it's a problem?
Like it just actually, if you try to fix it, it makes it worse.
There you go. You don't need therapy. You've just figured it out. Leave that jumbled ball. It's working.
How was your weekend?
Just busy with work stuffs. I got a little bit of fun stuff. Yesterday was Cliff's cheese making workshop. So that was very funny.
Cheese making workshop.
Yeah, he made mozzarella.
Wow. Okay.
It was a cheesy Father's Day.
That's funny.
Workshop.
Cute.
So it was awesome. He sold out. He sold tickets for it.
That's
and
cool.
Sold out. And everybody left there with cheese. I always get worried. I was like, what if it doesn't come together? Like, what are you going to do then?
Yeah.
These people are going to be extra upset.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody left with cheese. Everyone was happy.
That's
it was
exciting.
fine. Yeah.
Brad the dad got a new coffee maker.
Excellent.
Which was very exciting.
For you also.
Yes.
It was actually a family gift.
No, it was, which is why I was like able to justify the little bit of money that it of course cost. But our Keurig was probably 10 to 15 years old.
Yeah.
And like to the point where like we can't tell if this coffee is bad because it's a Keurig or if it's bad because it's an old Keurig. So we just went ahead and replaced it, and he's got the Duo now, so he can make the pot or he can make the K cup itself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
I didn't get my dad anything because he ditched me.
Oh. In general, like in life, or like just today?
No, just yesterday.
Weekend. Okay.
I was like, so, well, you can meet us at the brewery. It's like, oh, I'm going golfing with 4 other dads. I was like, oh, just negating the fact that I'm the one who made you a dad. No big deal.
No.
I'm the only one of your children that bothers with you.
You're going to go celebrate being a dad with other dads. That's not with.
That's
okay.
It's a very private course. I don't care. These are the things you tell my cherished oldest, the one that has all of my grandchildren I need to spend time with and support. That didn't come up.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, thanks for the invite.
Dad,
I'm going.
Over.
I was like, fine. No big deal.
That's funny.
And I made him feel bad about it all weekend long.
That's perfect. That's exactly what you should do.
I posted on social about it. Yeah. I wrote my husband a beautiful ode, and he asked me if ChatGPT wrote it.
That's
I said,
great.
No, I did. He's like, when did you do that? I was like, when you were in the shower.
My dad got a card that was like, I know raising a dad is hard, but I'm worth it because I'm so great. And I was like, this is pretty much it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And then he proceeded to pull out last night. He does this. Just when you're like ready to wind down and like dinner is just about done and you're ready to like just eat and relax and go to bed, that's when he plugs in his electric guitar in the amp and like all of his pedals.
You're like, wonderful.
In the living room.
Thank you.
Yeah. But in this time, he couldn't get it to work right. So he only played for like 10 minutes. But usually it goes on for a very, very long time. And if my older brother is involved, then there's no hope. Then they just
then you're
are
up
like
all
playing
night.
Until 2 a.m. And
incorporating it to your dreams.
Yep. But it's Father's Day, so I can't say anything. I'm like, okay, yep, turn that knob a little this way. I don't know. Try it with this. He's like playing with all his toys.
Oh, see, Cliff plugs it all into headphones now. So all I hear are the keys.
No. Like big amp, like you and I could both fit in the amp, and it's in my living room. Like, what are we doing?
Is that necessary?
Yeah. Pulls out one of his guitars. He's got his loop station, but it's not just like he's got one loop. He's got like 6. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
You would think he was
making
a pro.
Masterpieces.
Yeah, you would think he's a professional musician. No. He just like pulled this out of his bedroom. Was like, I'm gonna play with these toys now.
Hey, it's mental health. It's good.
No, it's fine. And like there could be worse hobbies.
Yeah, exactly.
He's pretty good too.
So
he's got a few riffs.
You got some talented dads.
He is trying to get Palmer to play Purple Rain, and I don't know how to tell him.
Is there a shortened version of Purple Rain? Like
He
not a
found-
7.5-minute version of Purple Rain.
So my dad's big on YouTube. I feel like that's a big dad thing.
Yeah.
To like be, on the YouTube a lot. And so he finds all these artists and they're all these like incredible niche international guitar players that are like
so my husband.
wildly talented.
Yeah.
But then he will just forever like show me the same video every 3 days.
Like, I've seen it. You showed me already.
Yeah, I've seen this, Dad. You've shown me this
I've heard
video
it.
4 times.
I know how it goes now.
Yes. And the current one is like, I'm trying to get Palmer to play this song. Have you ever heard it? And it's like some guy in Japan playing an acoustic version of Purple Rain. And I'm like, I don't know how to tell you that Palmer will never play this song. But
That's
everybody in the bar
awesome.
will know it. And I'm
It
like,
would kill. It would kill. To be fair, Palmer, it would kill.
I would kill.
Get it done.
Yeah, Palmer doesn't take music suggestions very well. We all send him lists of stuff like play this. We think it would kill in a
Yeah.
bar. And Palmer's like, sure.
That's true artist fashion, though.
I know. I don't even know when the last time he learned a new song.
See, well, maybe you need some new material, Palmer. Just throwing it out
I've
there.
been trying to get him to play Taylor Swift. You know how well that would do in a bar this year? But like this
year.
Right, this year, like on a Monday night.
Currently.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
play something from the new album. It would kill it.
Yeah.
But again.
Cliff sings We Are Never Getting Back Together on the guitar, and it's pretty funny.
Does he sing that to you when
He
you're
raps
fighting?
it. It's
Did you get over your
hysterical.
fight?
Yeah.
You just move on.
Well, yeah.
You just shit talk him on all your podcasts and radio stations.
He got his
and then
Father's
gets
Day
over it.
gift, and then we moved on.
Do I want to ask what his Father's Day
No.
gift was?
It was acts of service.
Yeah.
Then I took him to Hibachi.
Ah! Okay, we're gonna get into what Throat's saying. You know what? I say this every time. Like, I don't want to hear it, but I'm also so glad there's 50% of this podcast that is getting laid. So it's fine. It's a pretty good ratio. Okay, we're getting into what's saying now.
God, he was the one who got laid, not even me.
I don't need the details.
Okay, so let's do horoscopes first since it's Monday. And I need to know what kind of week I'm going to have because
maybe there'll be some hope for me in there.
Yeah, right? You never know, Tori. Something might creep up. One of those line guys. Maybe there's a storm.
Somebody on the roster. No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. The roster's getting real short.
What are they
these
called?
days.
Something bunny. Remember we did it.
Oh yeah,
show.
bucket bunnies
Yeah.
for the linemen. What's the there's ones for police officers too.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe something might happen.
Listen, the roster's getting real short these days. I just haven't been paying attention to it. I've been really busy.
All right, Aries, your day of the week is today, Monday. Okay. Insincere gestures of friendliness are likely to occur. So watch out for the fakers. Taurus, cultural activities are going to open your eyes. Friday's your day. Gemini, your pilgrimage may end up being fruitless. Sunday will be your lucky day this week. Cancer, there could be disappointment regarding investments. That stinks for you. Friday, drink it off. Leo, you're going to gain a lot. If you listen, your ability to deal with others will help you with getting some support. Wednesday is your day of the week. Virgo, help with your aspirations is likely and profits could follow. Thank God we're broke. Go Cliff. Friday is your day.
Oh,
Libra, too many opportunities and too many changes are going on for you. Tuesday's your lucky day of the week. Scorpio, you don't need to pay out in order to have fun. Friday's going to be your lucky day this week. Sagittarius, watch out. Minor accidents are likely if you take risks. So Wednesday is going to be the day for you. Capricorn, resist the temptation to gamble. Risks will not be profitable. Saturday is your lucky day.
That could also be metaphorical. Doesn't necessarily have to be monetary wise.
Yeah,
Gamble with life. Gamble with.
I'm not a risk taker in general. Yeah. I think Capricorns are really not risk takers.
Okay.
I mean, very calculated, but I'm not like, woo. I mean, it depends on the situation.
Like, are we talking about the same? Are we still talking about the same version of you?
It
Because I
depends
feel like
it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Work mode, Stephanie, not a big risk taker or a gambler.
Yeah, true.
Aquarius, you may find that your anger stems from lending or borrowing money, so don't do that. Wednesday's your good day. And Pisces, sudden changes could result in estrangements.
Oh.
Your lucky day is Thursday. It says get domestic chores out of the way early.
Just yelling at me for procrastinating my laundry.
Yeah, it does. It says
Dryer.
take the time to catch up on overdue everything.
So my laundry that's still sitting in the dryer should get folded. That's what that's saying to me.
Yes, it is. You're gonna have to run it again so it fluffs up just a little bit.
Estrangement. That's
Right?
not great. Okay.
Sudden changes could result in estrangements.
Not
So maybe
ideal.
take the time to deal with that. I don't know.
Although I'm kind of looking at the roster is like, I don't know. Is there anybody I'm worried about estranging? Not really.
Time for a swish up then.
There's a few key players.
Keep your eyes open. Perfect. All right, now let's get into what's roasting.
The news of the weekend.
Did you watch that whole thing?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was
clip?
really cute.
So fake.
Why is everybody annoyed that it's fake? Of course it's fake. She was not going to. Okay, we're talking about Kourtney Kardashian announced that she's pregnant with Travis Barker.
Because they've been trying so hard.
Yes, but she's like very pregnant. Like they posted photos of her and she's
pregnant.
She's not newly pregnant like she announced and told him. Like she's got a bump. He knew.
Right, but she should have held up a sign that Travis and I are having a baby. I'm having Travis's baby.
I'm pretty sure it's a nod back to like a Blink 182 music video where somebody held a sign like that in the music video or something like that. Like I think it's a specific nod.
Oh.
Like a pop culture nod to him.
Yeah.
And it's how they decided to announce to the world. Of course it was staged. She's super pregnant.
Yeah.
They are constantly around each other. How do you hide being that pregnant?
You can't.
Especially with how often they get it on.
Right? Exactly.
Like, well, that makes sense. Right?
They worked at that one. They really had to try hard.
She held up a sign at his concert that said, Travis, I'm pregnant. I think it was a surprise to him that that's how she decided she was going to announce it.
Oh, maybe.
And that's why it was a surprise. I think he was like, how are we going to do this? And she decided and she kept it on the low key and that was his face. But her kids were there. His kids were there. I think it was like a nice family moment and a throwback to his career. I think it was a celebratory thing and a way to tell the world. I don't think it was like she's telling him she looks like she's 4, 5, 6 months pregnant.
Guys, I'm 44 also. And the thought of being pregnant at this moment in time, oh God. Fuck that.
Yeah.
The thought of welcoming and wanting and working for a baby at this point in my life, I'm like, absolutely not.
Well,
somebody stopped me the other day because I work with the foster organizations, and she's like, what about you guys? And I was like, absolutely not.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not. I can't. No. No. This business is my baby right now.
The focus. Yeah. Well, you just moved on to a different place in life.
Yeah.
She also has a ton of help.
Oh, yeah, totally.
She's also newly in love with somebody that she just, you know what I mean? So
True.
And she wanted more kids, I think, anyway. I think she just didn't want them with Scott.
Yeah.
I think she was like, I have 3 with you. I'm good. If I meet somebody that I'm really in love with and I can afford it.
I like Scott so much more now that they're not together.
Well, he's so much better than he
Right?
was before. He's a way better dad. He's got his shit together more. He's not partying in clubs every night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a better person now. He grew up. I think he took way too long to grow up, especially for somebody who has kids. But, their lifestyle and the way that they have been afforded opportunities and the timing at which they were afforded opportunities.
Yeah.
Did not.
I just didn't like them
well
together. They never seem to be Travis and her love is very real. And very palpable.
It's a little over the top.
And it's way over the top.
I think she's like leaning a little too heavy into the rocker chick girlfriend thing because it's a little bit of, I'm sure this was you internally, but you went from very hidden to very I'm gonna wear spikes on black all the time. I haven't seen you.
Are you still watching the Kardashians right now? I know this is not a Friday episode, but
yes.
Don't you feel like the divide between her and the sisters right now is extra?
Yeah, beyond. But I think she's separating herself. She's, from what you can tell, she's finally happy and I think there was this front of not giving a fuck and now she truly doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. And I think they're annoyed by it. I think Khloe and Kim are annoyed by it.
Yeah. They're like, bro, what are you doing? We're a family. Why are you just decided to separate yourself and go have a husband and do your own thing. And now suddenly everybody's against you. Nope, Art, we're still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We can talk about it. We have another episode on Friday. We didn't really talk about it this past Friday.
No.
Did you watch the episode? The new one?
I did.
I thought it was great. I think from a fashion perspective, watching Kim do her thing with
Those are the episodes I
Gaga.
like the least.
when Kim's in it most. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, I've seen enough of you. Can you go away? And really, that's what the show's main focus is seemingly on, because she's the one who is like the neediest, I feel
Well,
like.
she's got the biggest contract. Out of
Is
all of
it?
them.
Or is it she the one that's willing to share with it the most because everybody else kind of like we're here for it a little bit, but this is Kim's baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Kendall seems to be more in it this year than ever, which
Yeah.
I think is interesting. Letting her into, we haven't seen any of her horse stuff before. Kylie's really around. She has very clearly specific filming scenes that she's doing.
Yeah.
But as opposed to bringing people into her lives more, but they're still around, I think, more than what I anticipated.
Yeah. Who's still hanging around is Brody. He's like, notice me right now because he's now engaged. Great, Brody. Good for you.
I don't think he cares. His girlfriend's 5 months pregnant.
He doesn't care.
It was at her baby shower, and Brody Jenner got engaged to his baby mama, who's I think is a pro surfer.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about her other than that, though.
I wonder how much, if anything, he has to do with his sisters, his siblings, his group.
Well, I read that Caitlyn Jenner was there at the shower.
Yeah.
So there's no animosity there, but there's clear animosity between the Kardashians and Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
I think
supported at first, and then it was kind of separated. So
yeah,
I don't know how
I think the way that Caitlyn was speaking about them as a family and kind of betraying them in the media.
Yeah.
And making things up, or maybe not making things up. We don't really know where the truth is, but I think there was a lot of gray and a lot of confusion about what was happening. And that's kind of where the animosity was. But the other side of the Jenners probably didn't have to deal with as much of that because they're not in the media as much.
Yeah. They chose that too. They had their own reality show for a little while, and that just garnered more problems.
But
for
didn't
them.
Caitlyn go onto like major magazines and like talk about Chris and talk about the kids?
Yeah.
It was in private stuff growing up and things like that.
Yeah. And it came off a little bit thirsty. And then she started doing some weird reality television, and everyone was kind of like, maybe less of you.
Yeah.
And that's where it is.
I think they've just taken that relationship behind closed doors and made it really private. So it has the opportunity to be less criticized.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I mean, they could have a close relationship. They could not. I think it's just one of those things they just decided to like leave out of the public eye.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, Brody's engaged.
Leaving room for speculation from all of us. Tom Holland shared about how he really felt with Rihanna's umbrella. It was really good at the lip sync battle.
It was years ago.
So long ago. 5 years ago.
So long ago. But it's still so iconic. And I thought this was really interesting because he came out and he said, the question was, basically like, do you remember how much of a influence that had 5 years ago to be for you, Tom Holland, who was Spider-Man and coming up in the media, to be put on heels and tights and a leotard and go out and lip sync to a woman's song and do this very flamboyant performance, but be very clearly straight and masculine, like what those lines that were crossed.
It was a great drag performance without being drag.
Right. So somebody asked him, how do you feel looking back on that? Do you realize at the time what kind of a push forward that was? And he basically said, well, no, I grew up in theater. Like, this was just what I did. It did not occur to me that it was a commentary on toxic masculinity. Like, why would it? Like, this is what I did. This was my performance. And by the way, I was coming up. I felt like I had to say yes to everything. The costume department decided what I was going to do. And I just went out there and killed it.
Yeah, so he had nothing really to do with the choice.
Right. And he's like, would I do it again? Probably not, because now I don't have to. I can say no to whatever things I want to. But at the time, I was saying yes to everything. I was looking for the opportunities. But also, it never occurred to me that it would be weird because I'm a performer. I've been on stage, like dressing up in costumes, and performing is what I do.
Well, I loved it. And if you've never seen it, it's on YouTube.
But I love how casual he was about it. He was like, no, I was not trying to make a statement about toxic masculinity. I was just, I'm in theater.
Right.
I'm an actor.
Yep.
That's what I do. You're like, oh, okay. Not everything has to be, what I liked about it is that not everything has to be a statement. Not everything has to have some sort of long-term influence over what's what. Like, it can just be what it is. It can just be something fun.
It was
It can just be umbrella with the rain and the dancing.
All right. Why are we still talking about Charlie Puth? I feel like he was in our last episode too. With the Meghan Trainor business.
Oh, yeah. So is he coming out with an album or something? That's a good point. I didn't realize that. Oh, that's why we're seeing
definitely.
so much media of him.
Yeah.
Well, I thought this was kind of an interesting clip. I wrote the song in the middle of the act, he said, adding, maybe I should have focused on the act a little bit more, but the melody just kind of popped into my head.
I appreciate that because we've all had that great idea that we've never written down and we can never remember it again. And it was never exactly as right as we thought.
In the middle of things?
I mean, when it strikes, it strikes. I do have a notepad beside my bed. So, I mean.
You don't use that for like the middle of the night? You use that for in the middle of.
Yeah, because then you got to get your phone. Then you got to open your notes. Then that's a whole thing. You got a piece of paper and a pen beside your bed.
He said, I actually stopped and recorded a quick little voice note and then had to get back into the act. But that's where the melody came from. Although I feel like as a girl or whoever he's with, I assume, whatever.
I was your muse.
Yeah. Or you just go, well, this is what I signed up for. Like, you're a musician. This is your personality.
Yeah, but she would forever remember that hook that lyric or whoever you were hooking up with. Charlie.
Oh yeah. I'd be pumped. I'd be like, right? Yeah, write that down.
Right? Exactly.
Do you want to write about this and this too? Just
because then you have some memorable moment that struck while you were in the act.
Charlie wrote a song about me.
Right? And then got back to work. Like that was great.
I'm pretty sure the song is about like temporary love. Like you can make a mark on my neck and then I'm gonna fade and I'm gonna go. Like it doesn't have to be about anything. But hey,
so good.
They were probably down with that.
That was it. That if it was a situation and it was a moment of the situation and you were involved in it, somebody felt inspired enough to make a song about you. You damn straight I'm okay with that. Let's do it.
Is it a life goal of mine to be a muse?
Doesn't hurt.
Have I already been a muse and don't know it?
We don't know.
Well, I want to know. If there's anybody out there that has found me inspirational for anything,
let her know.
I'd love to know. I'll promote the shit out of it. Whatever it is. You're such a jerk. I was like, what does that sound? Oh, fuck you.
All right, so listen, Bebe Rexha's at a show. She's jamming out. Somebody hucks their freaking cell phone at her head during the show. And I was like, could this be a PSA for concert goers that have way too much booze? The last big concert I went to, the people in front of us and behind us were so wasted, dropping stuff, being obnoxious, ruining the experience for me. I mean, it didn't take everything away from me, but it definitely soured my performance that I was trying to watch. And it was irritating.
Because they were drunk and rambunctious?
Yes. Yes. Like spilling things on people, dropping things.
Oh, yeah, that's no good.
Lost their shoes.
No. Oh, how do you lose?
They fell under, and like all of a sudden I look down and I've got shoes beside me, and then it's like, "Shoes me. You give me your shoes." And I'm like, now I've got to touch your disgusting shoes.
Where was this?
This was when I was at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony with the drunk lady behind me spilling drinks all over me.
Yeah, I remember these.
And then I had to touch her disgusting shoes. Like, it's just rude. This is another thing. I don't know why you would want to lose your cell phone and throw it at somebody.
Probably didn't know. Could have been, okay, to play devil's advocate, could have been like filming and then got really excited and then accidentally threw it.
Or somebody hit your arm. Yeah. Like you're jamming out in the crowd with this and then
you drop things all the time. Not to say that I throw my phone, but who knows? It could have been a situation where it was accidental.
Either way, she was on stage
Close
yesterday.
Enough.
Yeah, and got hit in the face with it.
Face. Did she stop the concert? Do we know? Have we seen video?
A video has surfaced of yesterday hitting her
in
the
the side of the head.
Yeah, she walked out in the crowd during the last song of her concert when a flying phone came, hit her in the side of the face.
Yeah, I doubt it was
purposeful.
Yeah, I'm sure. I bet it was accidental.
Either way, she canceled the meet and greet.
Yeah, I probably would too. Can you imagine waking up the next morning like, oh my God, I accidentally threw my phone at Bebe Rexha.
Right?
Oh my God, that was me.
And now I don't have my phone.
Yeah, what do you think they do with it? You return it?
That sucks. Hopefully you have everything in the cloud. Sorry.
All those videos I didn't upload yet, though, from the concert.
So not worth it.
Whoops.
That would really, really stick. Yeah, we're definitely talking about some music news. I feel like Monday's always music news. And maybe that's because of shows. Yeah. Well, a person who's not been doing really much of anything is Lady Gaga. And she felt the need to say, I'm taking time for myself. She's been working on some new stuff.
So of all the people, realistically, stars, I feel obligated to come out and say, I'm specifically taking a break. I feel like Lady Gaga's one of them. Her fans, her little monsters, whatever they call them, are so obsessed.
Yeah.
She has a incredibly enthusiastic fan base that are very involved in her, and not just in her creations, but in her creative process.
Everything. Yeah.
So I think she gives them a lot. I think she opens herself up to, this is what I'm working on. Here's where my creative process is. Here's my mood boards, kind of a thing. So I think this is really interesting. She went quiet, and I don't think it's bad that she addressed it, just because her fan base is probably like, what is this? Question mark?
Ring the alarm. Something's going on. No one's talked to her.
Yeah.
And it's good also for her to say, hey, I'm recharging. Like, this just magic isn't magic all the time.
Yeah. She needs to go get inspired to make the art. But she's got to do that in her own way.
I've got to live my own personal life for a little bit just to be able to give to you things that are real.
I hope you know this time to myself has been extremely healing and recharging for my heart, mind, body, and creativity to create within myself and to have a personal life that's just for me. We're also commenting on every single relationship and every single piece that she's had public. Like, she's been through a few, like, very serious. She's engaged a couple times. She's had a few serious relationships. That
she hasn't really found
come
somebody
that
is for her.
Yeah.
That's a lot to handle. I don't know if that's just a regular human.
And I think she has a few different personalities. And by that, I mean, she's very clearly got a performing persona. And then she very clearly has an incredible acting talent where she can morph into all these different people. I mean, the Joker, she was in that movie. The Harley Quinn, insane, right?
Yeah, she's really, really good.
And then she's got her home life and who she actually is. But she's also an incredible writer. So she's very empathetic. Like, I think she's a true artist in every aspect. I can understand how a man is like, I'm engaged to one of you.
Right.
I didn't know I was signing up for all 12 to 40 versions of you.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
So I'm glad that she's just recharging and nothing so serious. And I'm excited for new stuff from Lady Gaga. And then Taylor Swift has got some new stuff.
This is so cool to me. I don't know if this has been done. I figured you'd be able to tell me.
Okay.
So her Lover album came out 4 years ago. I think it was the first one that she owned outright with her new label.
Yep.
So she's now on these concert tours, and one of her songs off of Lover has been streaming like crazy. And I have totally been a contributor. It's actually one of my favorite songs. Probably my song of the summer is probably this. It's called Cruel Summer. So her fan base has been streaming this song so much that her label decided to make that her next single.
Yep. I don't think I've ever seen that before in music history.
An album that's 4 years old.
Well, I mean, yes, I've seen revitalized versions. Like, look what just happened with Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill. I mean, that it has happened.
So this is the same thing.
This is a different bit of the same thing that is coming back. And it's just because she kind of decided that it's her favorite song and this is her pride and joy. And it so happens that she had a breakup, and it's all of the boxes were checked to bring this song back.
To bring it back, which I think is really...
And it wasn't inspired by a movie, a show, or
right. So
there was another thing. So that's what's different about,
is that the running back came from, right? What is it?
Running Up That Hill.
Okay, so there we go. So that came back because it was a Netflix song.
Right.
Stranger Things?
A show, yeah. And so like
right?
Enter Sandman as well. It was both of them were off of what the heck is the name of the show? What is the name of the show?
It wasn't Stranger Things?
Yes, Stranger Things.
Okay.
Thank you. Both of them came from that.
So, which took over globally and then got people's interest back in the song again. Oh, what's that? This is so interesting because it came from concert. It's her own fans redeciding that they love the song so much they're going to make it their summer song, and then the label decided. And it's Taylor Swift going, it's so funny, you guys, because you guys did this with All Too Well too. That was my favorite song. My label at the time said, it's not that big of a deal. We're not making it a single. She goes, okay, I have 10 minutes. I'm going to cut it down to 2.5 to 3 and at least put it on the album. And then it became such a big deal that she was able to go back in her re-record, write the full version, and then it became huge again. And now she does the 10-minute version on SNL and in her concerts. So her fan base has got an incredible amount of influence on what she's releasing and what her label is supporting. And what's crazy about it is that it's also in line with what she personally loves. And so I think as an artist, that's got to be so cool.
Yeah.
Because it's not just, oh, I got lucky. This is the one that the fans like. Like, whatever, that was
so
one
many
off
Taylor
the
Swift
album.
songs. There are so many Taylor Swift songs. How do I know that? Because I've been doing PTO dances this month because this is the end of the year and there's so many toes. I'm like, what one is that one?
Which one is that one?
Like I could do a DJ gig of 7 hours and it could all be Taylor Swift if all the girls ran it.
What a mark of the artist though.
Yeah.
Just I just think what an incredibly influential artist, what an incredibly influential fan base. And now to have a label that's like, we're going to take the cues from your fan base and decide what we're going to do from here. I think it's cool and new.
Pretty amazing.
To create a single out of it. I'm sure she's going to have a music video and everything else, but the album came out 4 years ago.
Yep.
It's just cool.
Cruel Summer, brand new to you.
And like, I have realized I've totally been an influence in that. It's like, I listen to it probably twice a day now.
Okay.
That and Americana and the Heartbreak Prince are like my two. Oh, and Renegade is another good one of hers. Those are like my three. I just like have on repeat.
Those are your jams.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Summer Jams by Tori, everyone.
That's it.
What is your favorite Taylor Swift summer jam? Share it with us.
Do you have anything else on the agenda?
No, we've just got a first day of summer is our next show. Like the first official full day of summer.
Wait, really? Because I kind of thought it was summer already.
No, I mean, well, we've discussed this several times, but the actual full first official day of summer is Wednesday.
Oh, I've been laying by the pool already. I've been out on boats. I've been doing my thing.
I've worn my bathing suit twice, but that's only because I've worn it as a top.
You can't tell because I'm that's funny.
My daughter was like, it's my bathing suit. I couldn't tell. I thought it was just a cute crop.
I love that.
I know it's not.
I'm so tan.
Well then.
You can't tell because I always show up here in baggy sweatshirts.
I still look like a flour sack, so don't worry about it.
I love it. I wore a skirt the other day and somebody commented, "Oh my God, your legs are so tan." I was like, "Oh,
tell me again what?"
And it's only June. Excuse me. It's not even fake. I swear.
All right, we're going to get on. You've got things to do today. You've got to check off your list. So says your horoscope.
No, more boat rides. Oh, my horoscope. Yeah.
Your horoscope says you need to get shit done today.
My laundry. Okay.
Get perky with us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram in the First Shot Morning Show, and we will see you on Wednesday for the first day of summer.
Yes.
Woohoo! Iced coffee only from here on out.
There we go. Good changes.
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.